Hello, friends. Welcome back to Saturday Evenings Posted Mostly with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308. And we are here with the associate producer, Kat, who is experiencing technical difficulties. She is out at the No King's Day parade, protest. So she will be in and out. Signal is questionable at best. Let us start today with our ad read, of course. Today's pre-rolls brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, 105 West Main Street, above the bricks on the downtown mall, above the bricks. Suite 200, a great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds. A bud, and the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the lowest prices in town, according to my own personally highly biased research. By which, I mean I was incredibly high when I did my biased research. Don't forget to check the website for times and events such as Frosty Fridays, where you can find our other two sponsors, Kush Gang and Firehouse. Kush Gang, purveyor of fine edibles and drinkables, and Firehouse, where there's smoke, there's Firehouse. The website is thehiddenleafcville.com. That's thehiddenleafcville, all one word, .com. And a note of disclaimer, we will be covering political subjects today. We will be having political opinions. Those opinions belong to the expressor of the opinion, us, the channel, and or the parent company, but do not necessarily belong to any of our sponsors, including Hidden Leaf, Kush Gang, and Firehouse. All right, the ad read is out of the way. And we are going to try and check in with Kat. You there, Kat? Can you hear me? I will...
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, you can hear me and we can hear you. All right. Well, how's it looking out there on the street?
Right now, it is looking extremely crowded. If you take the last protest for No King's Day, at this time, we probably had half the people that we have today.
Okay. So we're looking at...
the last one started at 11, and it is now, about 11:35, 11:40?
11:33.
And by that point, we had people stretching from the intersection of Trader Joe's down to the bridge that they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Today, not only do we have people lining both sides of the road and stretching well beyond there to the Costco light.
Okay.
But people are wrapping around both corners. So
over a quarter mile of people.
I would say that honestly, if you include the fact that there are people wrapped around the Trader Joe's corner and headed back towards the movie theater, you probably have well over a mile of people.
Over a mile
that side of the road
people.
Alone.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. And it's almost as many on the other side of the road. They just don't wrap around the corner quite as far.
All right. Frog count. How many dancing frogs have we seen?
Dancing frogs, I have only seen... Well, that's not a frog. That's more of a green jackalope. I haven't seen any active frogs. However, I have seen unicorns. I have seen... Well, nope, I've got a red frog.
Red frog will do.
I've got one red frog. I've got unicorns. I have seen a horse. I've seen someone dressed up like a deer.
A jackalope.
A jackalope. A fuzzy lime green jackalope.
Which is, by the way, one of my favorite cryptids.
Mine too. They're native to Arizona.
And of course, the question: what is the law enforcement presence look like?
They are about like last time. There's a couple of them off to the side in various parking lots, but they are not. They're not being particularly present or obtrusive. It's more a case of we're being safe, and that's it. Oh, great! And now across the street, I see we have dinosaurs
All
that
right,
have also arrived,
dinos.
and a shark. We have dinos and a shark.
And a shark. Hey, Just Me Crystal, great to see you. Thank you for being here. Much love. So what's the mood there like?
Overall, it's a. As I was talking with some other people online earlier this week, it's pretty chill. It's overall hopeful. In some sections, it seems a little bit festive. They've got various music that they're making. Oh, we now have an alligator that has joined the dinosaurs. I'm loving this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait, whoa. Wouldn't that be chronologically? Didn't the dinosaurs join the alligators?
I mean,
Are alligators older than the moon?
I would have to look that one up. I know that the shark over there is first, so that's all I'm going to worry about. Shark
Right.
came first, everybody else joined him.
Right. Everybody joined the shark. So what we're seeing is really feels like an extension of this non-violent festive protest movement that appears to be going on across the nation.
Definitely. And from what I understand, it's not just here in the U.S. I've been given to understand that there are other countries that are joining in today with their own form of nonviolent protest.
Good.
Some of them have their own king that they wish to keep, so they have had to change the name because they want to keep their king. They like him. But,
not all kings.
Yeah, but definitely this one.
Not all kings, but enough kings so that you have to qualify it. Any given king could be a problem.
That could be.
Well, that's the thing about not all men.
Right.
Yeah, it isn't all men. Not all men are pieces of crap, but so many of them are that anytime you meet a new man, you have to wonder, are you one of the okay ones? Are you safe? You don't get to just trust a king or a man or a bear, really. Although I'm more
the bear's
likely
probably more trustworthy.
Well, it's less likely to lie to you. The bear isn't going to try and convince you that it was your idea in the first place.
No. Nope, the bear is not. The bear is just going to either eat you or walk away. And
Or
if he eats
in
you, well, at
very
least he served
rare
purpose.
cases, chill out with you.
Yes, that one also happens.
Hi. Hi, baby.
Yeah. All right, I'm
That
moving
one-
from my stationary location by the Burger King and heading down.
Okay. That one needs to get his flea treatment.
Yeah.
He slipped out of my grasp yesterday when I was trying to give him his flea treatment.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
And then Deadpan Dog basically, got in the way. And it was like... So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and give him his flu
But
treatment again
there
today.
are there while there are not as many inflatable costumes as in other parts of the country, there are definitely more of them than there were before.
Okay,
Plus,
what
it's
about?
actually cool enough today for them to have inflatable costumes here.
Oh yeah, yeah, there is that. What about
Um,
costumery in general? I would be
I'm
relatively
seeing. I think
disappointed
Burger
if.
King is doing a wonderful business either today or throughout the week because I'm seeing a lot of Burger King crowns that have had
Oh, how
they've they've
ironic!
they've they've been painted a little bit so it says they've got little strips that say no kings.
How beautifully ironic! Gotta love it.
Yes. Hey, look,
I
they're
Burger
right here,
King.
so might as well.
Burger King is going. Hey, wait! Again, not all kings. The Burger King is cool.
This is true, except for the fact that the creepy Burger King has been retired, so even they agree.
You know, that's true. Man, that creepy Burger King was not okay.
No.
That guy was nightmare fuel. I don't know what made them think it was a good idea. It
Look,
was
the fact that they had an entire commercial with him with a husband and wife waking up with him in their bed.
right. Like
That was creepy.
that was
That was
not okay.
unnecessary.
Not okay. Okay, so any evidence of counter protesting?
At the moment, no.
I think
I am not seeing any.
it occurs to
I'm seeing
me
a lot of.
it occurs to me that it's counter protesting and law enforcement that we need to be keeping an eye on for possibilities of anything going wrong.
This is true.
Now, of course, I don't think, and I don't have any reason to believe anything's gonna go wrong, but because I come from Charlottesville culture, and we cannot forget 2017,
Right.
I'm on the lookout for. I'm on the lookout for citizens getting gassed by the local police. I'm on the lookout for counter protesters getting so angry they get violent, and it's not, doesn't matter that we're choosing to behave civilly.
True. Did you see the governor's statement yesterday?
No, what did the governor's statement yesterday?
Governor of Virginia, the one that we got from Timu instead of Wish.
Right, Youngkin.
Yeah. Youngkin is Timu, Wish.com was the other Yahoo.
Right.
Anyway, he apparently stated that he was going to send the National Guard to certain cities in Virginia because of the protests, and they're concerned that they would get violent.
And we have not had any reports of anywhere.
We have not so far. Now, I haven't had a chance to check in the last 30 minutes to see if anywhere else is reporting, but at least in Charlottesville, I am not seeing any such signs.
Right.
Oh, that is a glorious sign. It says, "We the people say no kings and no cons."
Nice. Very nice.
I'm trying to get pictures.
We will be discussing this more in depth tomorrow.
Yeah.
Going through the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, we had to touch on it today. It is.
Well, yeah.
I'm of a split mind about these protests. I think it is
Okay.
wonderful that we are protesting, and it's important that these massive protests are nonviolent. It's important that nonviolence is is a large part of the protesting, especially considering what is being what's what the threat is if violence does break out. But I also worry that this is making protesting too palatable, too easy, not inconvenient. These protests aren't inconveniencing anything.
Okay.
You
I am
know,
starting to walk back towards the car so that I can hear you better.
okay.
Just so that as the noise changes, you've got an idea why. Um,
Yeah, they're
you're
not.
right. I mean, on the one hand, when you've got a whole bunch of quieter, nonviolent protests, it's like, oh, there's another one. We just go around. They're not going to get in the road. They're not going to be a pain.
Right.
On the other hand,
Are we still
it's
enough of a democracy that by showing popular support for something, we can that there's that we can influence a government, an administration who is not influenced by the people or public opinion, who is influenced by moneyed interests?
I think from what I've been seeing news-wise, I think we are still at the point where if we've got enough saying this is not okay and voting with their feet, voting with their money, that it will make a difference and you don't have to have terrible violence. Especially as we get more reports from other places like oh bother, brain just went complete, like Madagascar,
Yes.
where they're doing their own protests and they are effectively driving people out because so many are getting together to do it.
And by driving people out, what you really mean is driving the president out of the country.
Yes.
Yeah. The Madagascar situation was funny. And what I really like in the reporting I caught of it is that it was reported that it was young people. It wasn't. I don't remember if they referred to them as iGen, but they referred to them by their generation
Gen
name.
Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
That's how they. Yeah,
It's Gen Z.
Basically, they were like a bunch of teenagers and just post-adolescents chased the president out of the country.
Yep, and if you
Under
look
a
in the
One Piece flag at that.
yes,
Like that's.
and this is the second.
This is the article.
This is the second country.
Yeah, this is the second time this happened recently. I know the article is on the list for. I figured we should just go ahead and skip to it now. Let me pull that up real quick.
What was right above the article? I said what the first country was.
Yeah. Nepal.
Thank you.
So yeah, Gen Z protesters united by anime pirate flag are challenging government around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, load picture. But yeah, it's. Oh, effers.
Yes.
Oh, there's the picture. And the funny thing is, amongst anime fans, hey, retro!
Yay! We have a Canadian.
No, he's an American.
No. We're giving him to Canada because we're all going to Canada.
He's an official Canadian. Because
Well, honestly,
we like him.
honestly, because he's from Florida, he's technically an official Australian, but Canada with the Geneva checklist is second.
Geneva checklist. That will never not be funny to me.
It will never not be funny to me either.
So yeah, amongst anime fans, One Piece is either beloved or hated.
Mm-hmm.
But around the world, it is becoming an anti-fascist symbol. It is, from what I could tell, I haven't watched it, but from what I've heard other people say about it, it is actually kind of anti-establishment media. It's kind of, yeah.
That's what it was explained to me as.
Yeah, so it is kind of funny that I do kind of love that they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of media that is anti-fascist that people don't realize is anti-fascist.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That's because people aren't required to spell or look up the word anti-disestablishmentarianism anymore.
right.
All right. I am at the car.
All right. How are things at the car? Nice and safe?
Oh yeah, nice and safe. I'm gonna move to a less crowded spot. Here's a example of how many people are here. Last time, when I got here and when I left, for those that know Charlottesville, the shops down in the little shopping center where Giant used to be, most of them have gone, so it's pretty open, pretty empty shopping center. Lots of parking.
Yep.
Last time and this time, when I got here and when I left, there were maybe 15 cars in the area where I'd parked. Today, the entire lot is full.
Seminole Square.
Is it Seminole Square? No, Seminole Square was the other side. They call it 29th Place now.
Oh, 29th Place.
Yeah. This is
huge parking lot.
Yes, because to give people an idea, there used to be a Giant here. So you had grocery store parking lot, and then you go down, you had various little food shops, and on the other end you used to have an Office Max.
An Office Max, which eventually became a...
Right now they're a plumbing store.
Right. There are also a bunch of small independent stores that were scattered throughout and are still scattered around the area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So there's little stores, but you've got a couple of very large things that would have led to parking for a couple hundred people. And I'm looking at one entire side of the parking lot full. I'm looking at the other side closer to Burger King and other things, about half to nope, it's more like 3/4 full.
Okay.
The comic store that is in the little shopping center closest to the road, they are offering people to come in and refill your water bottle or get a water bottle from them if you're protesting today.
I'd almost. Oh, is that okay? I'd almost say go into the comic store and interview them.
I
Seems
might
like
do that in a moment.
that seems
I
like
guess
an
I'm getting out of there.
interesting confluence of our interests.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm
Just
being
saying,
nosy currently, though.
huh?
So I'm being nosy currently. Because they're doing construction, so I'm driving around the construction so I can figure out what they're building.
Well, if
While
it's
I wait
Martin
on-
Horn, they build stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
I was driving through town one day and saw, a giant, construction fence with a really large, plaques, signs on them, and it said, Martin Horn, we build stuff.
Oh,
At which
oh,
point
and
I
whatever
looked
the
at
other
the
thing,
building they were making and I said, I guess that must be stuff.
the other big store that they had down in here was Marshall's.
Marshalls, that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so they're currently redoing the outside of the businesses in that little section where Marshalls and Ferguson are
Okay.
or were.
Were.
So that's what they're doing construction wise. That my need to be nosy has been fed.
Okay, so this goes back a long way. There used to be a TCBY there.
Yeah, I remember that. I miss it.
I,
Oh, right,
yep.
right at the end, right before it left, you had TCBY in the one spot, and you had CC's Pizza next door. So if you had
Yep.
all day, you could get all the food that you needed.
Oh my god. Cece's Pizza was.
It was not for adults.
It was fine for adults. The pizza was acceptable. The pizza and pasta was acceptable, which was really surprising considering it was a pizza buffet.
Mm-hmm. It was.
It had no right to be acceptable. Oh, not just pizza buffet, low-end pizza buffet.
Look, there's a reason why my brother's boss brought him there for lunch every day.
Cheap and decent?
Well, mostly cheap. It was a case of he knew that he could feed and make sure someone was actually all the way fed and not going to starve to death on them while they're doing bricklaying and stuff like that.
I mean it's a lot cheaper than any other pizza place around.
Especially when you're feeding a black hole that could literally eat 2 large pizzas by himself.
Yeah.
If you're going to go feed the black hole, you take the black hole to CC's, and then the black hole can get all the cheap pizza and the dessert and the everything, and you've only spent 10 or $15 total versus
Right.
150.
Right.
So I have found a new place to park.
All right.
But I'm gonna have to move eventually.
Okay, so
but for here,
do you think the parking lots at Stonefield are full?
oh yes,
What
I think
about
the parking lots are full, but
What
that's because they are normally full.
Well, okay, that's fair. What about the parking lot over by the Kroger?
I have not checked the parking lot over by the Kroger. There is a chance that one has filled up as well. I'll swing by there in a moment and look. But that Kroger, there's a better chance for people to park there and not get bothered because that Kroger closed beginning of last month.
It did. So I would think that that would be another spot that they're parking. Also over at the Seminole Square where the Kmart used to be.
Yep, no, you cannot park at the Kmart. They've got that area blocked off.
Really?
They've had K rails up for a bit, and they've got them so that you cannot get into that area where the
Oh.
Kmart is.
Oh,
And
okay. They've just
they've
got
been
that.
staging.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've got that blocked off on purpose.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Um,
not for the protest, but in
period.
general.
In period, yeah.
Okay. Um,
I would say though that we may be seeing something out of that in the next couple months because they are staging heavy equipment in there. So it looks like maybe they're either going to do some heavy remodels on it, or they might just take the building down.
I mean, what are you going to put there? What
I mean,
can you put there? That is not prime real estate. It
the
is.
rumor from last year, yeah, roughly this time last year or spring of last year, was that when Home Depot bought Fashion Square, the rumor was that once their lease ran out, Belk was going to take over the old Kmart building.
Okay. I mean, I guess I can
So,
see that.
yeah, so we could be seeing that kind of thing happening. I know that the mall has been slowly emptying out as people have had their leases run and they're not getting renewed.
Right.
But, yeah,
I mean, there
I will
hasn't
say,
been any reason for me to go to Fascist Scare Mall, you know, since the turn of the millennium, really.
I know.
But no, I used to take a friend up there to get her nails done. You know, that was really my last experience with Fascist Scare Mall.
Hmm.
Other than that, it
Yes.
it hasn't been the hip place to be since 1987, maybe.
Yes.
Um,
You're
so
not wrong.
so what I was getting at with I'm trying to get an idea of numbers of people that could be there. Are we looking at 1,200 people? Are we looking at 2,200? Are we looking at, you know, last time it was a little over 1,000, right?
Right. Last time was a little over 1,000. I'm going to say that we are probably every bit of maybe 1,500.
Maybe 1,500. You don't think we're pushing 2,000 quite yet?
Um, we could be. I think that because I'm seeing a lot of people coming and going as I'm sitting here, and from where I'm sitting, I can see the little cubby hole where the cops were parked last time, and they're stationed there again in the shade where they can keep an eye. And in all honesty, if they had to leave in their vehicles, they would have to manage to wiggle their way out of the weirdness that is the Burger King parking lot to do it.
Okay. Okay.
Just so that you're aware. So, but as I'm sitting here, I am watching people coming and I'm watching people leaving. I'm seeing more people joining than I do leaving. So I'm guessing that when I walked away a few minutes ago, that there were probably about 1,500 people lining both sides of the road and then going down the cross streets.
Okay.
But probably by the time today ends, because this is supposed to go on till 1.
Okay.
It is only noon now, so they've got a whole nother hour, and I can easily see them adding, another 5 to 700 people to this.
So we could break 2,000 by the end of the day.
I believe so.
All right. That is,
I believe so.
I like that. I like that. That's good.
Um, as I was driving up in the first place, there are protesters that are parking a long way away and are hiking themselves up from beyond the high school. And some of them are just
Oh,
congregating
I
on the
feel
corner.
bad for them. That is a heck of a hike.
It is, but
That hike
watching,
that hike plus ruined my last pair of cowgirl boots.
I believe you. But watching them, they're staging on the various intersections, so there's a chance that the number of protesters heading back down that way has grown significantly as more people are hiking. They're just not making it up here to this corner. They're just stopping to join the next group that looks empty.
So do you think we've made it up to 1.5 miles of protesters then?
I think so, honestly. I mean, if you take both sides of the street and just kind of stick them into end instead of parallel,
Yep.
we're probably closer to 3 miles at this point.
3 miles of protesters.
Yes.
Well, that is awesome. And it's not turned violent. It's not gotten ugly.
The police are here. They're not visible. They're literally sitting in their cruisers under a bunch of crepe myrtles watching and waiting to see if they're needed, but they're not harassing anybody.
And somewhere out in that crowd is a little Jewish woman with white hair named Jerry, my mother.
Well, good luck.
I feel way better about this than that time that she was like, yeah, of course I'm going to the counter protest about the alt-right in 2017.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked at a bunch of 1%ers. I mean, fully like decked up. Proud Boys, I don't know what they were. AR-15s, flak jackets. And she goes, don't they know those guns make them look stupid? And one of them, his head just whips around and looks at us. And I go, no, Mom, they know the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Having been on the business end of a shotgun,
Yeah.
they know the exact opposite. They're aware of how intimidating that actually is.
Right.
I said, Mom, the fact that you're not intimidated isn't impressive. It's scary. It's dangerous. Right? What did you walk into? We're comparing the No Kings protest today to the counter protests against the alt-right, the Unite the Right tragedy of 2017. What is good, Kush Gang? Great to see you here. You are one of the good kings. You are one of the
Yes.
reasons why we have to say, not all kings. Because
Indeed.
this king's ways are the good ways. And again, that's Kush Gang, purveyors of fine edibles and drinkables.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
and
'cause what
let's
I
give
am
you a
gonna
shout
do-
out too. Huh?
I'm gonna mute and go walk into the comic store and see if they're willing to do an interview with you.
All right, I'm gonna choose another article, and we will fill some time. Oh,
All
this. Let's. Yes, here we go. Let's stick with politics for now. something a bit more local. If it loads. Well, I guess I will read the article from... there it is. Okay. From Daily News Record, Rockingham County School Board condemns member Matt Cross after social media posts.
That's one that I'm particularly tickled over.
Posted video of two students fighting at Rocktown High School in the evil H-burg. Okay. Matt Cross said in a school board meeting that not only would he not take the video down from his personal social media page, he would have whipped his kid's butt if they had been in the video. This dude.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm sorry. Not to be cruel about looks, because I know how deceiving looks could be. Like, he could be ripped under that exterior, but he looks like... He has said more than once, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
Because that's basically how he's been acting.
Oh my God. But during a Monday night school board meeting, 3 members of the Rockingham County Public School Board voted to publicly condemn Cross for posting the video. Good. Shouldn't be posting videos of kids.
Especially not as a school board member.
Right? Like, no one should be, but he really shouldn't. And kids fighting... That's like...
It's messed up.
That is a messed up way to get content. You don't see us posting videos of people fighting for content.
No, just us.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's you and I where we disagree over things. That's the closest we get to fight content.
Well, yeah, wait until I get invited to take part in boxing chess.
That should be hilarious. I will watch that.
Or possibly just Creator Clash where I have to just box somebody.
Again, that will be funny and I will enjoy watching that.
That is secretly one of the reasons why I wanted to get into being a creator is I think I can take almost all of them. Even iDubbbz, who went on to be in boxing. Like, he became a boxer. That's now who he is. I think I could take him. I know I could take him in a chess game and a boxing match put together. So what did he... Okay, see... Do they say here why he posted the video?
Supposedly because he wanted to highlight the quote-unquote dangers plaguing the school. And the fact that students are...
So worse than doing it for content, he's doing it for grift content.
He's doing it for grifting, but grifting of a nature that doesn't necessarily involve people giving him money. He wants their vote because he wants to stay on the school board as someone that promotes safety.
That's the right-wing grift.
Yeah.
That is the grift. That's the grift right now. That's the big grift. You know, and I mean, not necessarily somebody giving him money, but leaving him in a position of power to continue to get money. So yeah, Kush Gang, it does look like he posted it pretty much just for content. I mean,
Yep, he did. He did.
right wing grift content is a whole thing, and that's right up there.
Yeah. Side note would be that my brother-in-law has had nothing kind to say about this man and has had nothing kind to say about this man for the last 3 years.
Is he up for election soon?
I think so.
Because, this brings up someone who's up for election in my area.
Yeah.
A woman by the name of Sarah Johnson, whom I endorse. I do believe Sarah Johnson when she says that she wants to bring transparency back to the school system, that she wants to advocate for better funded schools and better paid teachers. And there was one other thing. There were a couple of other things on her that.
We just had one of the cops leave.
Quickly?
He does not have lights on.
No lights, no sirens. At NLNS.
No lights, no sirens. He's leaving, and it doesn't look like he's heading up towards the main corner.
Okay. Something else in town might be going on. Yeah. Off top, did anyone see the governor debate? I didn't.
Oh, I saw part of it.
I got seen
so mad.
some clips. If Winsome Earl Sears sort of, the one clip I heard that I really heard was that she doesn't think it's discrimination for gay people to not get married. And I'm like,
the sheer amount of times that she completely ignored debate protocol and would just interrupt her opponent and scream at her opponent and get louder and and taunt and just like,
right.
This is not how debates are supposed to go. You're supposed to be shut off.
She's playing out of the Trump playbook.
Yeah. We have a Spider-Man T-Rex to add to the protest. This is awesome.
Oh, yes. So,
I would take a picture, but I'm pretty sure it's a kid.
Oh, okay, good. Don't.
No,
yeah.
I'm not, but cute.
So what I think, one of the interesting follow-ups of the gubernatorial debate was it made me start judging people with Sears signs in their yard. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the funny, sort of not funny, but one of the follow-up things is, Sears got absolutely snubbed by the president. She is not being endorsed.
She's claiming to be his.
Right.
Oh, no, maybe there is something going on. I just saw a fire truck.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And the fact that, she's being snubbed, it's this thing that we've seen over and over again, that especially to black women in the Republican thing. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the Republican machine, where they do all of this hard work to be like the system, to be as not black as possible, and then to behave like the rest of the people, and then they just get shut out. it's like, no, they don't respect you either. They don't think you're a person either. Like, why would...
Did you see the clip
It's
where?
why one of the
Did you
good
see the clip
ones
where?
always makes me just shudder.
Yeah.
Clip
Did you
where...
see the clip where she's getting interviewed and someone asks her about Trump's endorsement and she, instead of saying yes or no, just goes the whole, well, I'm not going to discuss what we discussed.
Oh,
In other words, no, he didn't endorse me, but I don't want to
No.
admit this.
Oh. Oh. Oh, lady. I hate to be the one to tell you, but you gotta dump that man. Because he don't even know. Like, he dumped you a while ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The feeling
Oh.
of being in an abusive relationship with someone that doesn't want you anymore,
Yep.
but isn't going to make you leave, sounds about right.
Yep. That is perfect way to put it. Yep. I mean, actually, when you frame it like that, that makes me actually have some sympathy for her because of how hard it is to get out of an abusive relationship. Like, that pull back in, that pull to that abuse, that, like...
Honestly, both political parties are basically like being in an abusive family.
Yeah.
And trying to escape them to go do anything with anybody else for any reason.
Yeah, they really are.
If you don't toe the party line, you get ostracized, you get made fun of, you get financially abused, you get socially abused, you get all sorts of things that heap on you because you're not part of the party line. And it's like dealing with a really toxic family. And then you get whoever the main leader is, and you're in a relationship with them, whether you want to be or not. So it's like an arranged marriage that you don't want to deal with.
Right.
Especially in this case.
Oof. Yeah. So there are things, she's said things that I find unforgivable, just not unforgivable. I find that the things she said, the intent she's had, I find that to be unconscionable.
Right.
But I do now have some small form of sympathy, maybe empathy, for her, but
yeah. So, well, the comic store is really busy, so I am going to leave them alone.
Sounds about right. Sounds like a good call.
It looks like they also have, if not a free comic day, because I don't see the table outside, but they've got some sort of kids reading comic day thing going on too. So,
oh, okay. Then yeah, not worth.
No. I'll go.
Unless you see an errant employee, not worth it.
Nah. Honestly, what I'm seeing is like one employee. I think everybody else is outside.
That poor employee.
I mean, they're busy, but they're not busy enough that I feel bad for them, but they are busy enough where I'm not going to bother them and make their job worse.
Understandable. Now, see if you can follow up on whatever that kerfluffle was for why the fire and rescue went through.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing next, is doing that and heading towards home, sort of. So let me get myself plugged back in.
Plug back in. We are. Oh, that's what I want to be. Where I want to be. I'm getting ready to move on to the next article. To move on to
Yep,
another
go for it.
article.
Go for it. Oh.
That's that. We're gonna skip that for now. Okay. Another local thing. I think we're gonna start moving away from the politics and move on to some more funny stuff. A sword-wielding homeowner confronts pipe-carrying intruder in Culpeper County. Jesse
Fun enough.
Harris charged. Boy, he looks familiar,
He looks familiar, doesn't he?
right? Allegedly broke into home with pipe. Homeowner used sword as defense. I'm just saying, man.
I mean, it's a valid thing to do.
I mean, yeah. I'm
If you're
only.
gonna go with home defense and you're gonna go with companionable force,
Also, probably it's what this guy had at hand.
this is also true. But
You don't draw a sword because it's your weapon that you choose when you have other sword. Oh.
yeah,
Hey, Maddie,
I mean,
the real castle doctrine.
you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
If you have anything better in a home invasion situation, you're probably gonna grab that instead of a sword.
Unless the better thing is actually in a different room and you happen to have the sword right there.
Right. I mean, unless you're a very specific type of person. Because there are some very specific types of people who will grab the sword before the gun that is closer at hand.
I know. You've met him. I live with him.
Met him? Oh yeah, there is Peanut Gallery too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, then there is also me. I will take the extra few steps to get to the swords.
Which I understand and I can appreciate.
Partially because I'm way better trained with swords, so I'm more
Yes.
likely to be effective, but also I'm probably less likely to actually,
Hurt yourself
that
or someone
too.
else unintentionally.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sensitive way to say unsubscribe from Minecraft. I'm way less likely to unsubscribe somebody from Minecraft with a sword than with a gun. Partially because or Maddie says, "Hear me out. This option." Oh, I'm terrified.
Oh no. Please, is it the mace on the disc grinder?
Oh no, it's the katana from the katana scene from Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me. Ah, there. Now everybody can see it. Yes, there is that option. So yeah, I'm. Okay. Oh, let me switch this back over.
Yeah.
A search option or operation began with canine teams and found from multiple agencies and drones scanning the area from above. Harris and the woman were located off blah blah blah. Harris was arrested and charged with multiple felonies, including breaking and entering with a deadly weapon, abduction by force, threats to kill, destruction of property.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say if the other guy got charged.
He didn't. The homeowner did not get charged. The guy that broke in with a pipe, got confronted by a sword, snatched a woman that was sitting there in the room and drug her into the woods.
That
So he's
seems.
the one that got.
I mean, okay, I guess I get human shield. But
Yes.
otherwise, that seems like a terrible idea.
Doesn't it?
Uh, yeah, it just seems don't add kidnapping to the charge.
Yeah. No, we added kidnapping to the charge because we thought kidnapping was a good idea. Oh, we have an alien. How nice.
All
Um,
right.
so it seems that the kerfluffle we heard was a medical emergency of some sort.
Okay.
Um, and yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we have we have made it beyond the Costco light.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drive down the road and report this way. More
That sounds
dinosaurs.
good.
They have got people lined up from the corner up there at Stonefield all the way down to the post office.
Oh, wow. From Stonefield to the. Okay.
On both sides of the road.
That is. For people who don't know Charlottesville, that is a very long way.
And I will state that the crossroads there, the one that the Kmart road that goes past there and over towards the movie theater, they had people from roughly the turn circle at Kmart, or what used to be Kmart, way down past the movie theater.
Okay.
So yeah, there's every bit of a good 3 miles of people. If you take both halves of the road and stick them together, you've got 3 miles of people. Easy.
But if you don't, it's about it's probably close to 2 miles. Because I'm pretty sure from Kmart.
Right, so
I'm pretty sure from Kmart to the post office is about a mile.
Honestly, I'm gonna say you may actually have, because of the crossroads, you may actually have 3 miles all by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Six if you include both sides. Because what I can't see is on the other side of the road, stretching towards barracks. It looked like there were more people lining up that way, so it may go further down.
Okay.
It's definitely
guessing. Huh?
It's definitely taking up more room than it did last time.
That's good. That is good. That means more visibility.
Oh, it does.
So
And,
here's what we're hoping that means. For numbers is. I'm hoping we crack 2,500. I'm guessing they're gonna report around 2,200.
Maybe.
I'm guessing the reporting is going to be on the low end of what was actually there.
Probably. Because last time I had my guess and their guess was a little bit under mine.
Yeah.
But their guess is more based on what they saw right immediately versus having spent any time there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
about the
no.
Culpepper guy, Maddie says that dude's lucky he's not dead. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Actually, and he's really lucky. I haven't done that crap in Culpeper. He's really lucky that it was just a sword. Most people got a gun round here.
Mhm.
This is a pretty heavily armed area. So like you break into a home and are confronted by a homeowner, you're probably getting shot.
I mean, most of the areas I have spent time in or grown up in are like that.
Yep.
So, personally, Peanut Gallery is free to go grab a sword or whatever, and I am fine with that because that gives me time to go to my room to get my personal weapons of choice.
Right. Which is something that can be deployed from way further away than a sword.
There is definitely a reason why in most of our D&D games I am a sniper.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that.
Even when I'm trying not to be.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that.
Look, I've been good. I've only shot you in the butt once.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But you're never going to live it down.
Oh, no. The one that I'm not going to live down is shooting the paladin's spirit horse in the butt.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Especially considering the crossbow I was using at the time.
Yeah. That is, no, you're not going to live that one down either.
No.
No.
No. It's really, I had lots of fun with that campaign. I understand that it was starting to drag, so.
It was just. I had my issues. I had my issues with it.
Fair enough.
It did not play near as fun for me as I think it was supposed to. And had I been aware of what we were going to do, I would have chosen something that would have been more fun for me to play.
Yeah.
But I'm also aware that the person running the game had a way they wanted that game specifically to run.
Oh, yeah.
And they had already decided what I was going to be, whether I liked it or not.
Fair enough.
And it was like,
It's all right. I got to do something terribly sneaky in a different game the other day. I am learning how to play a cleric.
Hey, all right. Clerics, I enjoy clerics. I enjoy playing clerics. I have enjoyed playing clerics.
Yes. As such, I'm learning about all the different things that I can do. So, I'm supposed to be casting, Cure Minor Wound, and I'm rolling like it's a treat injury roll. Yeah. Like I said, I am learning to play a cleric.
It does take some learning. They aren't, and learning how to be effective in more than just more than just a walking healing potion or backup fighter, basically,
Yeah.
a tank.
The
is
the campaign setting is just post World War I.
Okay.
So, I previously I'd found a really interesting um, party pack of things, and things that could remove inebriation or grant it.
Nice.
And so this past session, there was a unknown to us at the time, a minor mythical creature that came upon our camp and was very upset. They were missing one of their snow cats, and we were plying her with stuff to drink and being hospitable. And I managed to slip a double dose of poppy juice into her next bottle of cognac. So we managed to take down a very, very powerful magical creature through sneakery.
You roofied her drink, dude. Not cool. Problematic behavior.
He was 25 feet tall and waiting for us to turn our backs so that she could flatten us all and eat us. That is fair play. If you're trying to eat me, it is fair play. And I mean eat me in a not fun, very harmful, permanent way.
I was not expecting that last bit there. Okay.
Peanut Gallery's not around, so I have to make the off-color jokes too sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. We do miss him.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get a better scope and try again.
Yep. Hopefully he's gone the other way to work today.
Yeah.
Oh, now we are getting people in the middle of the road. Well, not middle of the road. They're in the median. Sorry.
Yes. For people who don't know the road, there is a median strip along 29 north of town. And that is...
we have a chipmunk. And we have Barney the dinosaur. I am less pleased with Barney. The bumblebee, the chipmunk, those I am okay with.
I think... I'm trying to develop an opinion on Barney that isn't colored by external factors.
Well, I have my own personal feelings, which is, as a toddler, Barney is fine.
Right.
As an older child that was forced to watch Barney because there was a toddler, Barney is not fine.
Right.
Especially because there was a time where Barney had slightly older kids in the cast. And they decided to randomly get rid of the older kids and bring the age level of stuff down farther.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you had some stuff there that the older siblings that were forced to watch could actually get behind and appreciate.
Okay.
Oh, I can't take a picture because there's a sign that says no, FAUX, King, police state.
No faux king.
Yep.
No faux king police state here.
Yes.
I'm not going to say it fast enough to drop an F-bomb.
There's one of the green frogs.
All right, frogs.
The green frog.
We have achieved frog.
We've achieved green frog. We had a red frog, now we have a green frog to go with the red frog.
Right.
We also have a cat kicking a crayon along the ground, screaming, "Nope."
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yes. Oh, we've got people. Oh, okay, that's where the music's coming from. Down on the corner closest to the Exxon, you have got people with drums and tambourines just jamming out and having fun.
Oh, good, good.
I
Nice.
had to go up, turn around, and come back so I could go home. Yes,
Uh,
the parking lot at the old Kroger is full.
okay.
So you've got
Here's the
parking lot
next
for,
question.
yes.
Smell of weed in the air?
No, honestly.
All right. I'm
Um,
I'm both
surprised.
surprised and not. I think I'm not surprised because Charlottesville is a very liberal city, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
mean that in a complimentary way here. I think what they're, a lot of the people going to the protest right now are going, don't do anything that would invalidate the message.
Which I
Don't.
appreciate.
I appreciate. I find it. There's a part of it that's a little like it it easily bleeds into the liberal sentiment of wait your turn.
It does.
Um,
But
which,
it's also a safety thing.
I guess, but like it's not at this point a safety thing. It's an image thing.
Well,
It's an
there's
it
that, but I'm thinking on the thing of it's still illegal to smoke and drive.
well, not smoke and drive, but to smoke at a protest? To
But the
stand
thing
there.
is, they do actually have the police there. So if you're one of the paranoid people that are worried that you're going to get nabbed at a protest, then you're not going to do something like be very visibly smoking pot or anything
I
else
mean,
and have
I
the police follow you to the car and say, "Oh, we saw you smoking and driving."
I get that. I get that. Um, you know, I get the don't give them an excuse.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that it is that level of granularity of vision
Mm-hmm.
that is that causes Charlottesville to separate itself out into different movements. And causes people to separate out the black civil rights movement, the gay civil rights movement, the legalized weed movement, and the No Kings movement, and all of these different and this space is for this movement. This space is for this movement. This is what we're protesting here this time.
Mm-hmm.
And No Kings, I think, is one of the more inclusive of the ideas, or at least it seems like it is. But what this does is it causes us to not see that all of our struggles, not only are they very much similar struggles, but they're also all part of a much larger struggle that we are all in together. To
Yes.
separate out the different movements is a divide and conquer technique.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And
And it's one that has been used for eons at this point.
yes, and it's very effective.
It is. And I'm going to be absolutely horrible and say it starts when we're dealing with kids, and it starts entirely with the whole notion of especially the way girls are raised. Don't do this because you'll give boys ideas.
Right.
And it starts with just telling kids, period, that you can't do something because you are responsible for somebody else's thoughts and actions. What you choose to do for your own self makes you responsible for somebody else's thoughts and actions.
Right. And that is part of the larger struggle that we need to overcome, is the teaching people that they're responsible for other people's actions, thoughts and actions, and not holding people accountable for their own thoughts and actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It kind of goes back to a bunch of things.
Yeah.
What do we have left to cover?
We have a few things. I think we are going to skip a few of them.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah. We'll do them. We'll come back next week for them. I think
Okay.
some of these science articles we can come back for next week. I think we are gonna do the follow up on the dire wolves.
Oh, good.
We'll do the Roman artifact. Yeah, we'll do the Roman artifact next week. We'll do the taco kits.
Hopefully Peanut Gallery is around for the taco kit one. He had some interesting comments.
Right. Like, we'll cover it in depth next week, but what happened is they found chocolate milk packets in taco kits, and I thought that was instant mole. Not funny, Trevor.
I mean, could be funny.
Yep.
Now, if they swapped out the chocolate milk packets for the taco seasoning, so you had no taco seasoning, then is not funny.
Is not funny.
Yes, he's not funny.
He's not funny. So scientists say they revived an extinct wolf species. A vote will decide their future. One of the world's most important nature groups is weighing a call for a moratorium on allowing a genetically engineered plants or animals, such as canines edited to appear like extinct direwolves, from being released into the wild. Advocates for the temporary ban, which is being considered at a meeting of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, worry about the dangers of engineered organisms upending nature. The consequences of any misstep, they say, may be uncontainable and irreversible. I actually kind of agree with that.
Yes.
Even if we de-extinct something and put it back into the wild, de-extinct something that originally existed, like, there is a possibility of getting enough DNA, viable DNA, to clone and de-extinct a woolly mammoth. Not just make an elephant that looks like a woolly mammoth, or make an elephant that is genetically the same as a woolly mammoth, but use that is possible. We are near that threshold, that possibility threshold. I can't think that putting that back into nature would be a great idea because it has been so long since that existed in nature. Its evolutionary niche has closed. Now, if we move this forward several 100,000 years or so, and de-extinct, say, the American buffalo and repopulate the Midwest with American buffalo, I think that the ecological ramifications would be a lot easier to predict because the environmental and evolutionary niche of the American buffalo has not closed. The American Midwest has not developed another mechanism for staying vital.
I would say also the other thing is that we have actual data, actual reports, actual information on the buffalo and how they lived and what they did.
Right.
Versus the woolly mammoth, which we have pictographs of and nothing else.
No data. Not nothing else. We have a little bit of data where we can be like, okay, we know that from fossil records, we know they moved from here to here. They were here at this time. We found them along this path and found them here at this time, and there is that, but that's not a lot of information.
Compared to what we know about the American buffalo and what we've got from not just colonist point of view, but from every native that was here and talking about them beforehand, that little bit that we've got on the woolly mammoth is effectively nothing.
Right. And we also have a unique insight into what happened when we took the buffalo out of the ecosystem.
Right.
And that led to the Dust Bowl.
Yep. Something like the buffalo, something like any animal that is on the verge of extinction now, that we know about now, I would have less problem with them just saying, okay, we've fixed it and we're putting it back. Great. You get further out into time, even, I would question trying to de-extinct the dodo.
Yeah. I have no idea what
it's a case of. This is. Didn't we see enough sci-fi movies about this? This is how we get those.
This is how we get anything, really. Any sci-fi movie, scary creature. This is how we get there. I'm not actually against de-extincting some of these creatures. Any of these creatures. I'm not against doing this genetic work. I'm against the idea of releasing them into the wild.
Yeah.
That has not until we know exactly what it's going to do to the ecosystem.
And let's not make like huge herds of them to then try to keep in captivity, because that did not work with Jurassic Park.
No.
And I don't care if it's fuzzy and not lizardy. It still can happen.
Right. And yeah. And they may not even be into killing people like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were, but they could have a terrible effect on on a deciduous uh climate environment. You know,
They could cause as much trouble as house cats have caused in various places because of their hunting.
right. Like there's no way of really knowing.
And if we can't keep house cats in the house, and we can't keep dogs from turning into strays, and there are literal signs up on the convenience stores in this area asking you to report feral swine because people have had pigs and couldn't keep them inside the fence.
Yeah.
What makes you think humans are going to keep the dire wolf and the swamp cat and the
And
whatever else inside their fence?
I mean, yeah.
If you've got two of them, you can keep track of them a lot better than you can 12.
Yeah. Yes. So that's I think that's our take on that. Uh yeah. So the other article that we are going to cover today. Wait, was that the last one that we're covering today? Yep, that's the last
You're
one
the
we're
one in
covering.
charge of the article.
That was the
I
last one we're covering today. We're leaving the
my
other
job
three for.
my job was to provide the articles. It's your job to cherry pick what we're actually doing.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we're gonna call it in there today. We will be tomorrow. We will look at the pictures from the No Kings protest, and we will check up on the national on what nationally happened, and make sure that everything went well. Hopefully, nothing got violent. Hopefully, no one got hurt anywhere. Um, and hopefully, this
Mm-hmm.
nonviolent movement is working.
Hmm.
But we shall
I
see.
really, yeah, I really
We
hope
shall
that
see.
with things like Madagascar and everywhere else, and seeing that will encourage everybody here to be like, if they can do it, we can do it, and that might put the fear of us into at least the governors and the congressmen.
That's where I think this may have weight. Is if these people have the energy to go to the protests, do they have the energy to go to the ballot box? That that is the most effective thing we can be doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that we shouldn't do these other things, but the most effective thing we can be doing right now is engaging in the elections, going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
That, and we are in election cycle right now. In Virginia, we have an election this year. New Jersey has an election this year coming up. You know, early voting is already open in Virginia, and I will be I will most likely be going to early vote here soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but maintaining the energy of the protest through to the ballot box. Like, if everyone at the protest then went and voted early,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it
Right.
would be. It sure would send a message. And changing the people who are in power, changing the people who have the most power over each of us directly are our state legislatures, our state governors, but our representatives in Congress are they're the way we can tell the federal government what we want. And the thing is, if we don't like what's going on in the federal government, that is something we need to reflect through our representation. If the people that we have elected are not sending the message we want, then we need to change who's sending that message for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, Charlottesville, Albemarle County, that area, that district, I'm pretty sure that's pretty solidly blue, and that their representatives are saying to the federal government what they want them to say.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, I don't think I live in an area where that's necessarily true for me. And
May not be.
I'm gonna send that message by voting. I'm
Yep.
gonna vote for the person who I think represents the voice I want carried to the federal government. And if that person gets elected and then doesn't, then I will hold them accountable by voting for someone else in the primary.
Yep.
This energy, this ballot box energy, needs to be maintained in Virginia every year, twice a year.
Because we actually have an election every year.
Right. We need to be voting in the primaries and in the generals. And not
Yeah.
just in the general election, like for president, but the state general, like the non-primary elections.
This is how you get rid of people like Matt Cross, who does stupid things like post kids fighting on his Facebook page.
This is how you get people like Sarah Johnson who want to elevate the public school system into office.
Yeah.
Um,
There's this is how you get your point across to people in Congress that you are not okay with whatever law they're proposing, and they can't have that.
right.
Or you really need this change to the law.
Or you need this change to the economy. Because let's face it, the economy ain't doing better. It's not
No.
like people are doing any better than they were under the last administration.
No, and we are actually doing worse, and we can actually pinpoint when we started doing worse. Although hopefully the appeals and everything else over the tariffs will finish in like the next week or two, and they can actually cancel out most of those and drop the price back down.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
I mean, there's
I'm sorry, go on.
say there are a whole bunch of soybean farmers that they have got a crop they can't get rid of.
Right. And it's
And as
rotting.
I saw one person suggest, you know, there's something that the crop farmers locally do, which is when they can't sell their stuff because the local people have goofed up, they go dump it on the Capitol steps. Why can't we go do that?
I like that.
And there's a long tradition of that maybe we should start taking up again.
I agree. I agree. When, there is a form of inconvenient protest.
Yes.
There is a form of nonviolent but inconvenient protest. Something that sends a message by inconveniencing people in power.
Because the goal is to inconvenience the ones that are actually holding the power and not the rest of us that are just trying to survive.
Right.
Which, honestly, that is why I don't approve of people blocking freeways in protest. Because all you're doing is hurting the people that are trying to get to work.
Agreed.
You want to block something?
I don't agree with blocking freeways because all it takes is one nut drop in a big vehicle to end your whole movement right there.
Yeah. If you want to block something, go form a human chain around, your Capitol building.
Yes.
Or whatever, and make it so that the people that are leaving there that actually have something to do with that have to talk to you.
Engage the correct people. Cause inconvenience for the correct people.
Fill out a postcard. Fill out a whole bunch of postcards. Send them to your representative because they have to take note of that.
Right.
They can ignore the phone call. They cannot ignore that their desk is getting filled up with letter upon letter upon letter.
Right.
I mean, they may not read them, but they can't ignore the fact that if they've got a basket that says yes and a basket that says no, and the no basket is overflowing.
Just saying. So, there is our call to action. And I know it's hard to maintain that level of political energy. Especially when it's not your rights and freedoms directly under attack. But to that I will say it may not be yours now, but how long until it is yours? How long before you become the target? How far away from normal are you? And as someone who is eternally outside of normal in almost every way possible, I know that if it's not my turn now, my number's coming up soon. Also, I'd like to say that we should all just stand together against tyranny because it's the correct thing to do. Not because it might be our turn next, but because it shouldn't be someone else's turn first.
Hmm? You are
You
not wrong.
you cannot respect your own life if you do not respect others. Uh that being said, don't forget a vote for Trevor Stewart 1308 in 2028 is a vote for the dictator you deserve.
Yes. One, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. Two, if you get elected, I'm not helping.
Oh, you say that now, but I'm getting elected as dictator. You don't have a choice.
Watch me. How many cats are in your house?
3. But they're my
You really
cats.
want to add one with opposable thumbs to any sort of power or political manifestation, anything?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god. I would totally make my cats ministers of something.
I mean, you can make them ministers of health. They'll toe the correct line of sleep more, eat better, do
No, they
zoomies at
won't.
night.
No, they won't. Eat
Yes, they will.
better. Um I think I will I think I could let's see.
All right, forget
Ministers
the
of
eat better part.
entertainment. But anyway,
Yeah. All right, do your
uh
sign out.
yes, thank you for being here, Kat. Thank you everybody for
Mm-hmm.
sticking with us. Uh Kush Gang, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Maddie. Thank you, Retro Future Now. It's been a long time. It was great to see you. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Much love to all of you lurkers. I think that's everybody.
I hope it is.
Yeah, that's everybody. Uh, Stick around for the raid. Come back and see us tomorrow. We will be starting an hour earlier tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. like we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down. VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all.
Touch the sky, roll it tight, spark the flame. Puff past, forget your name. Coach lock creeping, colors bleed.